It's a wonderful place to be. It's a wonderful place to live. But you've got to remember, you're going to walk around in flip-flops or sandals or open-toed footwear most of the time. And therein lies the danger. You're completely exposed. If you've ever been... Hello there. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Alpha Omega. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Alpha Omega Occasionally. Listen, I got a smile on my face, but I shouldn't really have, because I'm going to show you my flip-flop. Hang on a second. There you go. That happened about an hour and a half ago. I could show you my toe, but I can't. My foot can't come up this far, and the thing's on a tripod. I burst my toe. I burst my toe. If I did show you that, probably YouTube would have something against it, I suppose, you know, graphic detail and all that kind of stuff. But I can tell you, it's not the first time I burst my toe. And I'm saying the word burst with the emphasis on the B, because it really and truly was burst. And it's pretty sore. How did I burst my toe? Well, I can tell you how I burst my toe. I burst my toe by walking on the streets of Bangkok. Yes, and it's not the first time it's happened. And I can tell you that the structural engineering here can sometimes leave a bit to be desired. It's a wonderful place to be. It's a wonderful place to live. But you've got to remember, you're going to walk around in flip-flops or sandals or open-toed footwear most of the time. And therein lies the danger. You're completely exposed. If you've ever been to Bangkok, you'll know what I'm talking about. The flagstones are undulating, if that's the right term to use. They're up and down and all the rest of it. I was in an establishment, and we're not talking a drinking establishment. This happened a few hours ago. It happened at 2:30 in the afternoon in, let's say, an educational establishment. But I'm not going to mention any names, because you know in Thailand you can't do that. So I parked my car, I pressed lock, and I turned, and the area was concreted, and of course it was concreted in sections, so there was gaps in the different sections. But one of the sections has subsided, and there was about that much of a lip, let's say, sticking up. And what did I do? My full stride, bang into it. I went right over. The palms of both hands are, they're not bruised, but they're really sore. It nearly hit my head off a parked car on the opposite side. It wasn't moving at the time, and luckily another car wasn't coming at the time, because it was crossing over through a car park. And I just wanted to point this out to you. I said it to let's say an official that was connected with that establishment, and I spoke in Thai, and I took a photo of my toe, which you can see here, and I showed him that photo, and I just told him what had happened, and he just said, "What's the name of your child for collection?" You know, as if whatever. So I told my wife on the phone, and she's Thai, and she said to me, "You weren't looking where you were going." I said, "What? Can you believe it? Can you believe it? You're looked upon when something like that happens." Well, I'm not saying most people would say something like that to you, but my other half says that to me all the time. Anytime I have an accident, it's my fault. It's my fault, even if it's as a result of, let's say, inadequate, to say the least, inadequate pavement infrastructure. And that's something you got to look out for. The last time it happened, I'd say hands up or whatever, I was inebriated, I was drunk. And not only did I burst my toe that night, but I broke my glasses. They fell off my face, and the arm here snapped. And it was a very expensive night out. And I lost my wallet the same night. That's a calamity. That was a calamity. That was a comedy of errors. All my fault. But I'll say the undulating pavement must take some responsibility in what happened. And you should remember. You see, at night when I go out doing my videos for the Big Picture El Panorama, just for this, I bought a pair of hush puppy kind of runner. In the UK you call them sneakers, we call them runners. In the States they're sneakers. I think in Canada they're runners as well. Anyway, I bought myself a kind of a hush puppy kind of runners, kind of tennis shoes kind of thing. Just not that I want to wear stuff like that, because it is quite hot and you're walking around. It's best to walk around in open toe sandals, because you're taking off your shoes or sandals going into places and stuff like that. But I make sure I'm well protected as I walk around the streets of Bangkok, or Wig Wang in particular, because of this ever-present danger. The pavements are up and down, there's lips sticking out here, there's chunks taken out of the road and stuff like that. And if you're wearing open-toed footwear, which is generally what most people wear here, especially if you're coming on holidays, you better look out for that. And if you're having a few beers, I would recommend to you that you buy a pair of canvas shoes or some lightweight footwear that covers your toes. And that's the truth. That's the best bit of advice I can give you. If you're walking around in open-toed sandals at night and you're having a few beers, it could be anywhere in Thailand, Pattaya, Phuket, or whatever it may be, you could come a cropper when it comes to having an altercation with a raised flagstone or a depressed flagstone or a chunk out of the sidewalk or whatever it may be. I have seen rebars sticking up out of pavements. I'll say that again, rebars, that much of a rebar. I mean, millimeters of it, but it's millimeters enough to take the toe off you if you're wearing flip-flops. And that's it. I mean, as I said to you before, I didn't say this to you before because I said this to myself this morning, but I did say to you before, I don't make videos on this channel unless I have something passionate to talk about, because that's what all this is all about, you see. And I was thinking to myself, what can I do for my next video? And I'm kind of due a video. This is Wednesday. The last one went up, I think, on Sunday. So it came to me. It didn't come to me. It happened to me, and therefore the idea came to me to share it with you. But remember, if you're going out at night, well, any time of the day, but if you're going out at night and you're going to get inebriated, in Thailand, I would suggest that you wear adequate footwear. So in other words, you're not going to wear a pair of brogues or leather shoes or like that, but a light pair of canvas shoes or something or footwear that will cover your toes, I think is absolutely essential. And another essential thing, by the way, from my point of view, is that you click that like button, the share button, the subscribe button, and click the notifications bell all the way up, and make sure you never miss another video. In the meantime, I hope you have a good day doing whatever you're doing. Keep your toes safe, and I'll see you again next time. Hello there.